Hey guys, welcome to a new 100-second tutorial. Today we talk about how to expose your shot. Let's go. So what do you need to expose your shot? You need three parameters of your camera: the ISO, shutter speed and the aperture. But in comparison to photographs, for example, we don't use shutter speed and ISO on a dynamic way. We use it statically. So you may have seen the ISO and the shutter speed video. We talked about that every camera has a sweet spot of ISO, and we talked about the 180-degree shutter angle rule. So when we shoot at 24 frames per second, we use a 1/38 of a second shutter speed. So we have two static parameters, ISO and shutter speed. We will not change anymore. But the parameter you will change is the aperture, because the aperture really affects the atmosphere in your shot. If you want to create a shot that has a specific aperture, for example, when we try to do a shot where the background is not very blurry, so we have a large depth of field, you will use an aperture of f6, for example. But you may recognize that when we have two static parameters, but we want to shoot on a high aperture of 1.8, for example, it can cause problems when shooting outside or shooting in very bright environments, because the image will be overexposed. And that's when our three parameters of the camera will have a limit of working, okay? Because we need another tool to darken the image, and that's an ND filter. An ND filter manually darkens your image, okay? So you won't have to change any of your parameters that need to be on that exact spot for creating this atmosphere, okay? And yeah, all of the details and exposure and stuff, or highlights that are too bright, do that in post, okay? Shoot in ProRes or shoot in ProRes RAW, and you will have a lot of freedom in post to change the exposure afterwards, okay? So hope you liked that video, and see you in the next one. Bye.